The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing on the Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. The Vampire's Dream. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl. I said, them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl.
Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no mandingos. They wants that girl.
Steven, what the hell are you talking about?
They playing your ass for a fool is what I'm talking about.
The Stream King has returned. Bro, we gonna be spending a lot of quality time together. See you later, sweetie, honey, sugar. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl. Steven, what are you talking about? We gonna talk about what Steven talking about. Steven Smith, a.k.a. Ishe Smith. We gonna talk about it on the Vampire's Dream. Everybody say, them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl. Yeah, they wants that girl, huh? I see what's going on. They wants that girl. Oh my God. The Vampire's Dream. Bro. Listen. Ishe done lost his mind, bro. This is my opinion. This is my opinion. He got his opinion. He put his opinion out. He lost his mind. In case you missed it, I talked about this earlier. I'm always on the front line, the first one talking about all this shit. You know, true soldier. I be on the front line talking about it when nobody else will. I don't wait for nobody. I talk about it pronto. Huh? Before I get started, rest in peace to the Black Mamba, the original Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather. Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing. Who he beat? He ain't beat no motherfucking body. Okay then. Yeah, rest in peace to the original Black Mamba. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, number 824, Gigi, and all the passengers on the helicopter. The other Black Mamba. I told you, Mamba mentality all year. We gonna get through this quarantine shit. Smash the like button. Them motherfuckers ain't here to buy no man dingoes. They wants that girl. Yeah, rest in peace to... A lot of people don't know shit about boxing. We gotta do it for Roger Mayweather. Okay, motherfucker. We gonna do this for Roger. We gonna flex our boxing knowledge on this show. You know, I dedicate this show to the Black Mamba, the original, Roger Mayweather. Underrated fighter. Underrated scrapper. Underrated heart. Underrated chin. Underrated. Hold on. We got an underrated trainer. Put this man in the Hall of Fame ASAP. That Roger Mayweather shit, I wasn't turned up earlier because I was in a bad mood. But now we back. Roger Mayweather put hands on people. Put hands, yeah. So shout out to him. Now, speaking of Mayweather promotion, Ishe Smith, he's been saying some crazy shit defending Tyson Fury and Glovegate. New media. He's sounding real old media to me. And I'm going to just give you guys the cliff notes. You guys watch my old video. Well, it's not old. It's a couple hours ago. I made a video. Like I said, I'll be on the front line talking about all these issues. The first one to do it. Don't wait for nothing. Bro, I don't even wait for the ref with the little pistol. I don't even wait for that. I just start running. Fuck it. Marshawn Lynch, I'm from the Bay, bro. I'm from the Bay. So I got to run. I just got to run forward. You keep running and running and running through a motherfucker. I do it like Marshawn Lynch. And old media getting lynched. The lynch mob. Shout out to Ice Cube. Damn, I'm glad y'all set it off. I'm on that Cube shit. Lethal injection. I'm the predator. America's most wanted. The new Ice Cube. Motherfuckers hate to like you. What did I do? Y'all gonna respect it. I promise you that. You gonna respect it. We standing up. We standing for something. And I'm gonna make you feel this. Y'all niggas about to feel this. Everything I do, I told you. 2020, bro, they took my dude Kobe. It's on, bro. I told you it was Mamba mentality all year. And we got to lock in. There's a lot of craziness in the world going on right now. But I'm locked in. I'm locked loaded. I'm locked loaded, ready to go. They say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Listen, I stay ready year round. I don't know about this, pandemic. I hope everyone's being safe. But look, bro, I didn't wait. Look, you can't even get this. Bro, I'm the plug. Look at it. Look at this Purell. You see that? I keep this year round. 2 liters. 2 liter, bro. I keep this year round. So I ain't scurrying and, bro, I'm just self-quarantining. I ain't scurrying. And they say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. It's better to keep up than to catch up. So let's go. I'm ready. We gonna fight whatever need to be fought. Tyson Fury issues, Glovegate, Farmergate, quarantines, viruses. Let's get it, bro. I promise you I'm ready. I worked my whole life for these moments. I promise you that. Like I said, look, you can't try getting this on Amazon. Try to order this. You can't, bro. 2 liters. Hold on, let me use some. I'm about to baptize. I'm about to bless the mic like I always do. Y'all just listen. This boxing shit is cool. Y'all gotta stand up for something real. Man, this Tyson Fury shit is out. It's out there. This shit is bigger than Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Motherfuckers still, bro, you motherfuckers is small-minded. Get the fuck off my channel. You small-minded. They talking about, oh, you blacks are crying because Wilder lost. Bro, this is bigger than Wilder. Fuck that. We riding. I promise you I'm mashing. I promise you. I promise you I'm mashing. So anyway, smash the like button if you real respect the real. You see, this what I hate about this new generation, and I'm not trying to shit on them because, some of these kids is cool and shit, but this what I hate. This motherfucking new generation, it's cool to copy, it's cool to clone, it's cool to act a certain way on the internet knowing you don't do that in real life. These things are cool. So when the real motherfucker's right in front of your face, you can't see it. You know what I'm saying? A real motherfucker be in your face and they think that's the fake. They think that's the imposter, but it really be the other shit. So we gotta get it back. We gotta bring the game back. Man, I don't know. I guess I gotta start wearing baggy jeans and shit, baggy clothes, 6XT. Like Dr. Dre said, man, keep fucking with me and turn me back to the old me. I might have to go back to the old me, the 6XT, 5XT. I don't know. I might bring back Jabos. You never know. I might just start bringing back the baggy clothes, that chingy shit. It was word how we met, huh, bro? I might go back to that chingy shit. Just to be different, bro. In a time like this, these motherfuckers is fake. So anyway, let's talk about it. Ishe Smith, bro, he talking out the side of his neck with a lot of his commentary to me. This is just my opinion. He's being called a coon, rightfully so, because, you got to understand. First of all, you ain't black, don't talk to me about being a coon. That's it. You ain't black, Don't tell me, because there's people out there using the word coon and they don't even know what the fuck a coon is. I've had people come to my channel and I'm like, just a regular video says something about Canelo. They say, you're being a coon. I'm like, well, you don't even know what you're talking about. Motherfuckers just don't, you don't even know, you don't understand this. So just sit the fuck back. So anyway, there's a reason he's being called a coon. Bro, he is fighting tooth and nail to honor Tyson Fury and make it sound like it's unbelievable and inconceivable what people are saying that we are showing you. Now, the problem with it is I don't give a fuck, black, white, Asian, Mexican, I don't care about this shit. But there are people that do, and we know this in the sport. He's making it like there's no racial divides and race doesn't play a part. Like he's just look at the old video I did. He's saying stuff like, someone brought up Muhammad Ali, how he was persecuted, said he was a coward for dodging the draft and people didn't like him for his big mouth and shit. And Jack Johnson, he said, oh, that was a long time ago. So you think it just stopped? Bro, it didn't stop. Racism is still here. The only difference is people are more closeted because it's not as accepted. There's protected groups and stuff. So you can't just wake up and there's a cross burning in your lawn. But it hasn't went anywhere. There's still Klan meetings. Racism still exists. There's still people that use the N-word, not with the A, with the ER at the end. And this man is talking about the race. Oh, that boxing is not about that, bro. That sound weak. You sound like old media, bro. Them motherfuckers trying to buy no man dingo. They want that girl. They wants that girl, bro. You sounded crazy. So he's doing all this, protection, Tekashi witness protection shit to vouch for Tyson Fury, who has said awful things, insulted just about every protected group, doesn't look like he lives his life decently, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like his behavior. He's just involved in controversy. And Ishe is like trying his hard. And see, this is the thing me personally, why I don't respect it. Steve Cunningham made a video saying, hey, Glovegate is absolutely real in my opinion. Look, and he did it, put his glove in, and he punched. Then he manipulated his glove and punched full force. And he did a whole demonstration because he's passionate about boxing. See, listen, this is that old media shit. I'm going to tell you why. Not what Steve Cunningham did, what Ishe did. Here's why. Because I told you this before. New media, we set the pace, we set the trends. We're always in first place. We're the ones that talk about everything, good, bad, or indifferent, right? How come it is that old media is always playing catch up? Like I told you for the longest, we control the narrative. We are talking about, I was the first one on this motherfucker talking about that Daily Mail article in the pig farmer. Shout out to my man Ishe. Ishe, Ego's Army, he hit me to it and I did my research. I got off my live stream to do the research and I was the first one with a major channel talking about it, reporting about it, right? So me and Ishe, we like Shaq and Kobe with that, right? So old media, they always late to the party. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about Glovegate. Just sit the fuck down. We got this. There's enough of us talking about it. We good. Don't try to jump in and get the views now and like post the Steve Cunningham video. You late. You didn't want to talk about this shit before. And then now when it starts snowballing, that's what these shape-shifting motherfucker, lizard lip motherfuckers do. They don't want to be in the front line, front and center like me, General Patton. They don't want to be there. And they wait like cowards. I don't wait. They try to even discourage you. Oh, another Tyson Fury video. I'll make 50 Tyson Fury videos if I want. I had the Fast and the Furious. Motherfucking 1, 2, 3, 4. What you gonna do? I talk about what I want to talk. You didn't build this channel. You don't keep the lights on. You don't pay the rent. You know what I'm saying? You didn't buy this mic. You didn't buy this camera. What the fuck you mean? Another Fury video? Listen, it's called YouTube. This ain't WeTube. This ain't us tube. This ain't me and YouTube. This is YouTube. I talk about what I want. If it don't suit your agenda or you don't like the content or you hate my voice or hate looking at me, that's your business. Keep it moving. Scram. Skedaddle. I don't care. And they know I don't care. And they know that I have a built-in following. That's why they keep coming messing with us and all these fake accounts and trolling, trying to distract, because they know I'm the one like Neo. They know I'm the one like Jet Li. That's why. And they can't swallow, that they in last place. So I thought it was weak that Ishe Smith waited for Steve USS Cunningham to make a video, right? And then your video, you decide to make a video based on the actions of another person. Why, if you wanted to defend Tyson Fury, why not be the originator and say, hey guys, I'm going to show you how Tyson Fury, it's not possible that he cheated, right? Why you wait for Steve Cunningham to do it? And then in the video, Ishe Smith fake, like shouted out Steve Cunningham. Oh, shout out to my boy Steve Cunningham. They probably know each other through passing. They probably definitely do, because Andrew Tabiti out of the Mayweather gym, and he fought Steve Cunningham. So, they probably know each other from the fights and stuff. So he was like, oh, my boy Steve just did a video. Yeah, shout out to him. But then when he went back to Twitter, it sounded like he was sneak dissing, because he said, oh yeah, a lot of you idiots, and everything he's talking about with the Glovegate is like calling people dummies and calling people, oh, you idiots that believe these, you dumbasses that believe. So now it sounds like you dissing somebody. It sounds like you dissing Steve Cunningham because you shouted him out in the video and then just presented your video in response to his video. And then you run back to Twitter and then you like, yeah, you dumbasses that believe this is ridiculous. You guys need Jesus, and trying to make it like people are crazy. So to me, I thought that whole situation for me is off. I don't get down like that, bro. Like if I had a problem with somebody, my mom told me to go to the source. So I'm not gonna make videos and shit about it as my first step. Like you'll never see me have somebody's number and have a problem with them, and then it comes out in a video. I can't respect that. You see what I'm saying? And he later said he didn't have no problems with Steve Cunningham, but either way, to me, that was sneak dissing what he did. So that was like, the red flag. But he's being insulted by fans, and they're calling him a coon and stuff, and he doesn't seem like he enjoys it. And he's getting mad, but he's saying, and he's continuing to say, stubbornly cling to his thoughts without hearing anybody out. Nor is Ishe Smith, in my opinion, he's not even really the main questions that people have with the Glovegate, he's not putting it to bed. You're not Jay Holiday. Put you to bed. You're not putting it to bed. So there's a reason that people are, hey, Ishe, you a fool with your name. I know where you got that from. Anyway, there's a reason that people are coming for you like that. And he's acting like he can't understand it. And it's like a pride thing. That's what it seems like from the outside looking in. So he's just doing more of it. So I don't know if he's doing it for attention or because this is the most attention that he's received talking about this issue. But some of his tweets, it just sounds crazy, bro. It just sounds crazy. Like, for example, he said something to the effect of, I don't even really want to read all of his shit like that. I've already talked about it in the video, but I'm just doing the live off the cuff live stream because I'm ready for that. He said something to the effect of racism that, oh my God, I guess I got to pull this stupid shit up. I really didn't want to have to do this. But I want you guys to visualize. See, listen to me. My job is always harder than these other dudes because I'm new media. So I care. And I care to be very specific in my assessment. So I leave no stone unturned and no shadow of a doubt that you know what I'm saying. So I got to go. Basically, old media can say this and do this and just say shit, and they don't have to back it up. But I back it up every time. I back it up like a hard drive. I back it up like a flash disk. You know what I'm saying? Every time, like the stuff, I tell you why I feel it. I show you, provide examples and analogies, show you concrete proof. Old media's job is easy because they just blabber and say stuff, right? They just say the stuff and we supposed to just believe what they saying. So now, since I'm into it, I want to quote him accurately so you can understand where I'm coming from. Okay. So he's viciously defending Tyson Fury, saying, oh, this is stupid. Why would someone fight with half a glove on? And, you know, making it sound like crazy. Like this is inconceivable. Hold on. He's tweeting a lot. Man, hold on. He got a lot of. Okay. This sounds like Larry Merchant, bro. So here's a contradiction. Someone says, I am very disappointed in this statement. It is full of coonery. Notice who is co-signing it, a bunch of buck dancers and white supremacists. So that's the comment from the fan. And he says, you making this about race is foolish. I never asked for your support anyway, my man. So this guy is saying this in response to what Ishe Smith tweeted. Okay. Bro, this is too easy for me to chop this up. So the fan is responding to this tweet I just showed you. I'm just going to call a spade here. Black fighters will do anything to discredit a white popular fighter. So how in the fuck is Ishe Smith going to say that the fan who's calling him a coon and saying he's disappointed with your comment is the one making it about race? I'll wait. Bro, his opening statement is, I'm just going to call a spade here. Black fighters will do anything to discredit white popular fighters. And then when somebody calls you on it and says, oh, you way off the mark, you say it's the fan that's making it about race. Okay, so that's one contradiction. This shit is too easy. So how can you present the argument and say black fighters are doing this to popular white fighters, and then when someone responds and calls you a coon, like, hey, you tap dancing, bro, you eating them butter biscuits, you sopping them in gravy, then you say, oh, I didn't ask for your support, you're making this about race. What? Does that make any sense to anybody? That's like me talking to y'all on the live stream and saying, we're talking about foods. And I'm like, what about pizza? What about anybody like pepperoni pizza and Hawaiian? And then someone says, why are you making it about pizza? Like, what the fuck? How can I say, why are you making it about pizza and I'm the one that brought pizza up? It's foolish. It's foolish. I don't know if he's playing a game, like trying to get some interest in this bare knuckle shit, but this ain't it, Chief. That look crazy. You see what I'm saying? That look crazy. Bro, I just showed you. This man said black fighters always discredit a popular white fighter. What are you talking about? Ishe was for sure buck dancing. That's what I'm saying, bro. And you can't get mad at the fans for speaking their mind when you made it about race. Ain't nobody told you to say black fighters, bro. And beyond that, so let me read the tweet again. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. Look, can y'all see this motherfucker? Look, I'm gonna call a spade here. Black fighters will do anything to discredit a white popular fighter. As much racism in this game, that ain't it. The glove controversy is one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking seen. A heavyweight fought with the glove half on. So you, in your opening argument, trying to protect Tyson Fury, absolutely made it about race. Because you said black fighters always discredit popular white fighters. So aside from you making it about race and you're contradicting yourself, aside from that, what black fighters are you talking about, sir, that are looking at popular white fighters and discrediting them? Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Old media never provides examples. Everything that I say, right? Everything I say, I can go into detail about. I can provide examples, analogies, similes, metaphors, rap bars, lyrics, whatever you want. Double entendres, triple entendre. I can provide that for you to help you better understand. I can give you historic examples in boxing. Like if I say race plays a part and black fighters get treated a bad way, I could give you historic examples of this. I could tell you comments that I see. I can screenshot comments. But once again, old media, what they do is they'll just say it and it's supposed to stick. So what example of black fighters always, bro, he said black fighters always find a way to discredit popular white fighters. Deontay Wilder ain't even said nothing. So what are you talking about, good sir? Wilder is in fucking Africa or some shit. Africa. Fun none away, Kumbalisha. Bro, I ain't heard Wilder talk about Farmergate. I ain't heard Wilder talk about Glovegate. So what are you talking about? This is this man, bro. I'm catching a body. 187 MDK. I'm going to call a spade here. Black fighters will do anything to discredit a popular white fighter. So what black fighters? What black fighter? Wilder ain't even saying nothing. So it can't be him. Wilder ain't said one word about this shit. And to prove my point, old media keep coming to me and saying, oh, how come your boy Wilder hasn't mentioned this? Wilder never made it. So old media buries themselves because they've already admitted that Wilder hasn't commented on this. So what black fighter is making an excuse for popular white fighters to not be good and discrediting them? It's looking shaky. I have never name a black, if anything, there's a Mexican fighter at super middleweight, Mexican American, named David Benavidez, Beast. He talking about Caleb Plant greasy and saying, oh, he's sorry, I'm going to knock you the fuck out. He's saying that. That's how I know you buck dancing. That's how I know you buck dancing. So a Mexican American fighter is on record talking greasy about Caleb Plant at 168. Where's the black fighter at 168 that is just saying, oh, Caleb, man, what, blah, blah, blah. I hate all of his accomplishments. So who is he talking about, bro? Look at welterweight. Who is even the white fighter out of all the welterweight? Who named the white fighter that's even relevant at welterweight? So where is this existing in the world of Ishe? You see what I'm saying? He said black fighters always find a way to discredit the popular white fighter. So who did that? Charlo, he talks about Golovkin, you know, he ain't said nothing. He said Golovkin's a good fighter. I have interviews with Jamal Charlo, and he said, yeah, I want to fight Golovkin. I want to fight Canelo. They say they're the best. I want to fight the best. So where are what black fighter did this? Bro, people getting smoked. They getting smoked. This ain't Twitter. This ain't Twitter, bro. You know, you could do 140 characters and just tweet some shit, but bro, none of these statements make sense. So you guys who believe Ishe Smith, his statement, tell me what black fighter is constantly only discrediting the popular white fighter. And the funny thing is, if we really look at it, it's usually the opposite. It's Wilder knocking everybody the fuck out, and Tyson Fury was not knocking everybody the fuck out and considered the more boring fighter, and they would give Wilder no credit. And we know this. Andre Ward did the Super Six, beat everybody. You know, Sakio Bika, Abram, Carl Froch with one hand. He beat Edison Miranda, a puncher. He beat Edwin Rodriguez, who purposely missed weight. He beat Caleb Smith's brother, Paul Smith. I was there. I covered that fight. Who came in and missed weight twice, just like Edwin Rodriguez. He beat Kovalev. And then when that wasn't good enough, he beat him cleaner and stopped him. And people still didn't give Ward credit. So we know you're lying. So what example? I'm giving you several examples. Name this popular white guy, this popular white fighter that black fighters loathe and can't give credit to. This Tyson Fury shit is some isolated shit. People are specifically at Tyson Fury's neck. But see, he's trying to cape for the white people, for the white folk, and non-black people, and he's just saying some shit. Because once again, name somebody that is relevant and white that people aren't giving credit for. You know, let's say Adam Kaunacki. Name a black fighter at heavyweight that just said, oh, even though he just lost. But I'm just saying, like, everyone was just enjoying his journey. So what are you talking about? My boy Andres from Far, Joe Smith Jr. Joe Smith Jr. just whooped Jesse Hart. You know, I'm not even the fighter, but I know I did my commentary, and I was mad for Joe Smith Jr. because one judge had it for Jesse Hart. And I'm like, how the hell that happened? I thought he got smoked. And I'm not the fighter, but still, you know. So who's doing whatever Tyson Fury is facing? Who's doing it? My dude Joey Spencer. People come to my channel specifically to see me and him link up when we link up. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what are you even talking about? Name a popular white fighter. You know, me and Icy were just talking about what's his name? White Magic. There's two of the dudes. There's White Chocolate and White Magic. Nikita. We were just talking about him. So what fighter, like, what are you talking about, bro? See, how come I ain't doing no hot seat? Just get rid of him. Bro, get rid of him. I ain't doing no hot seat. These motherfuckers got to pay. Put some money on my books, and I might give you a hot seat, and you might get blocked anyway. I ain't wasting no fucking time on these clowns. Nah, I'm on go mode. Working on the weekend like usual. Just get rid of him. We working on the weekend. We quarantine. I ain't worried about him. So, once again, how come everything I say that I believe, I can at least provide examples and patterns and history and evidence or whatever of why I believe it? But Ishe Smith is talking about black fighters. He didn't say black fans, you know. He said black fighters. Black fighters will do anything to discredit a white popular fighter. Who? Okay. Who is Terrence Crawford? Like, okay. Now I gotta reach. Crawford said Pacquiao's raw, and he ain't even white. He's Filipino, but still, that he's non-black. Crawford gives props to Pacquiao. Errol Spence gives props to Pacquiao. Ain't nobody just disrespected Pacquiao. And like I said, he's not even white, but I'm searching to try to figure out who he's even referring to that's allegedly doing this. Devin Haney, he wants to fight Lomachenko, but I never heard him. He said I could beat Lomachenko. You're supposed to think you could beat your competition, but he's never said, oh, Lomachenko, you know, he ain't done shit. He never said no shit like that. He just says, I want to fight him. So who is the black fighter that's doing this? Bro, it's looking suspect for old media. So these statements just sound like they just out of nowhere. And he says, as much racism in this game, that ain't it. Right? He said, nah, that ain't it. Y'all are tripping. Right? So he says, as much racism that is in this game, that ain't it. Right? He said basically Tyson Fury won fair and square. And he blamed, so I already pulled up one contradiction. He said that dude was making about race, but his opening statement was about black fighters do this to always discredit popular white fighters. So you look crazy right there. He says, as much racism as in this boxing game, right? He says, that ain't it. Right? Bro, he acting a fool on this. Shaqtin' the fool. Where's Shaquille O'Neal? Man, he put so much tweets. I'm trying to find this goofy shit. Bro, this just ain't it. And then he wondering why people are going in on him. On my video and all type. It just, man, I can't, me personally, I can't just do anything for attention. Look, they're going in. Sit your bum ass, coon ass down somewhere. They're going in on him. Look, so there's a Mexican fighter and she's agreeing with him and he's like right on point. Bro, nobody that looks like you is agreeing with you. Look. Bro, okay, so look, here's another thing. Floyd Mayweather's old bag boy that owned the Sub-Zero, David Levi, shout out to him. He said Twitter is wild. Ishe says, hold on, am I on the screen? Yeah, okay. So Ishe says, let me act like we ain't cool. You know I'm not supposed to be cool with people other than blacks. What he said the other person was making about race, And he said, I'm not supposed to be cool with people other than blacks. Bro, this dude has lost the plot. And then David Levi said, I'm a Jew, so maybe that's okay with the Twitter world. You're my guy, Dave. Fuck it. Bro, who said anything about Jewish people? Bro, this dude is really like, I don't know, bro. Somebody should check on him. He's doing way too much to me. He's doing far too much, bro. Tyson Fury's not Jewish. Nobody said anything about Jewish people. And he's like being like facetious and condescending, saying, oh, hey, David Levi. Like basically making it like black people are racist and they don't want you to talk to anybody that's non-black. Bro, what? This dude is tripping, bro. I told you. Like people said, hey, don't talk to anybody non-black. What are you talking about, bro? And then he say, why are you guys making it about race and stuff? It's really funny. It's really funny. Look. Hold on. Bro, he's just, this is just sad stuff, bro. He's like really going tooth and nail, bro, to argue some crazy shit. He says, you made it about race, stating that black fighters are discrediting a popular white fighter. See, Ramon said it, but now you're in your feelings because I disagree with your statement. I disagree. If Wilder would have cheated like Fury has done, mainstream media would destroy Wilder. And we know that. Ishe says, first of all, your opening statement is wrong. There was no cheating. We are talking about the first fight or the second. Bro, this is old media points. So, okay, listen. I gotta destroy. I gotta bake another one, bro. Listen. If you cheat in the first fight, second fight, or the trilogy, it doesn't matter. Per the boxing Queensberry rules, you're not allowed to cheat. So why are you saying, why does old media keep saying, oh, is it the first fight or the second fight? It don't matter if it was discovered late or on time or right after. You are not allowed to cheat because, okay, here, bro, I got to destroy everything. Everything. I got to Thanos some stuff. Okay. So he said there was no cheating, but then he said, are we talking about the first or the second fight? Suspect. Because if he didn't cheat at all in his whole career, then why does it matter if it was the first or second fight? So that's weird. Second of all, you're not allowed to cheat in any fight. So who cares if it's the first fight or the second fight? If the first fight and got by and no one was looking into it, who cares? People are looking at it now and it looks goofy and his glove is bending back. So why is old media constantly saying, hey guys, that was the first fight. Who cares? That had no bearing on the outcome of the second fight. You are not allowed to do anything against the rules, illegal, in the first or second, third, fourth, fifth fight. It don't matter how many times you fight. You're not supposed to cheat. So that sounds stupid. Beyond that, guess what? You know, there's this thing called cause and effect. So if there was no first fight and there was no cheating in the first fight, do we even need a second fight? That's the question. Because things that happened in the first fight, if he was cheating, which it looks like, he was fidgeting with that glove, then Wilder might have just smoked him out if he's fighting with a regular glove and just knocked him the fuck out. Because he was coming off a 2 tune-up fight, and before that he was, on the couch. So, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's the first or second fight, which old media, see, I'm destroying all their points, and they're not destroying my points. It don't matter if it's the first or second, because guess what? If there was no first, then there would be no second, potentially. So that doesn't even make sense why old media keeps harboring on, oh, those are pictures from the first fight. You're not allowed to cheat in either fight. And beyond that, it's establishing the character. If you did cheat in the first fight, who's to say you didn't do something else out of pocket, and have some hardened raps or something in the second fight? You're exhibiting the behavior of a cheater, just like the Christian Hammer fight. So that makes no sense. But beyond that, cause and effect. If the first fight was fought and contested and you had an illegal advantage, then if you didn't have that, if you had that removed, then there wouldn't have been a second fight necessarily. Here's the other thing. I'm about to body you. I'm about to body old media. Okay, I'm an extremely tall guy. Oh, I'm taller than average, right? So I don't have to wear shoes and clogs and like platform shoes to make me look tall, because then I'll look like crazy tall. You see what I'm saying? But if you're short and you have a complex about being 5'4", 5'5", or something like that, then I can understand wearing those shoes with the lifts in it because you want to appear taller. But guys like me who are big and tall don't have to worry about that. You think Kevin Nash, Andre the Giant, me, Wilder, we don't need to wear lifts in our shoes because then it would look like fucking like monsters or some shit. You see what I'm saying? But if you're short, you might. So you got to look at a cheater. The only reason you would want to cheat is if you're not, it's an insecurity. The only reason you want to cheat is you're not comfortable in your skills. You think a brainiac in an English class needs to cheat or wants to cheat when they have all the information that is contained on the test memorized? Some people are great test takers. So if you had all the knowledge, why would you even need to cheat? So most people that do cheat, they're doing it because they're not. There's no way you can say you're 100% confident in your own abilities if you're cheating, because then there would be no reason to cheat. No reason to cheat in a sport if you know you could beat the person clean and not risk anything. So another point destroyed. So the bottom line, you're not allowed to cheat in the first fight or second fight. And if someone does cheat, then that means there's an insecurity there and they didn't feel confident that they could beat the person without this little trick or without this cheat code. So that's why they did it. If you could beat the video game without the cheat code, why you need to enter the cheat code? Or at least beat it the regular way on the video game and then maybe do the cheat code. You know, the first Wilder fight is the fight where the gloves look fucked up, and even in the second one. Ego with elevated heels would look like the Big Show from Yeah, y'all try to play me. So I'm chopping up all of his points. Look, the guy said he's getting blasted. This is really the case or just another attempt by a person of African origin to appease white people? And the guy, and then Ishe says you're an idiot. What makes him an idiot? That's what it looks like you're doing. Because the only people that you're agreeing with, that you're retweeting, none of them look like you. So he's just like kind of, look, he's all over the place, bro. People is drilling him on social media. He said black fighters do anything to discredit a popular white fighter. So a guy rebutted and said Jack Dempsey, Rocky Marciano versus the persecution of Muhammad Ali and the black fighter Jack Johnson, bruh. Don't fucking dare lecture black people about racism in boxing. This ain't it. And then this is Ishe Smith's response. He said that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. What the fuck does that have to do with Wilder versus Fury? Bro, this man, he doesn't sound intelligent. I'm just being real. So you can't talk about slavery because that was a long time ago. You can't talk about the indigenous people, Native Americans, being robbed of their land, raped, their villages pillaged, and disease were spread because that was a long time ago. You can't talk about Tupac dying in Las Vegas because it was a long time ago. I mean, who creates these people within old media? Like, some of you guys have the weakest fucking talking points that I've ever heard, bro. It just sounds so like juvenile and like a little kid wrote your defense. Who cares if it was a long time ago? And then bro, it's going downhill from there. It's going downhill from there. Bro, so you guys just heard me read his tweet, and he says that was a long time ago that racism existed, right? But then he just said earlier in the tweet, he says there's a lot of, as much racism as there is in boxing, this has nothing to do with Tyson Fury versus Wilder. Did you guys hear that when I read that? Once again, in his earlier tweet, he says, as much racism as there is in this game, that ain't it, in terms of why Tyson Fury won. Did you guys hear me say that? Reading his tweet verbatim. He says, as much racism as in this game, that ain't it. That ain't the reason Tyson Fury lost, basically. Did you guys hear me read that tweet? It was just like 5 minutes ago. Okay, shout out to Anthony James. At least one person heard it. If not, go to his page. He said it. Surprise, motherfucker, he said it. He says, as much racism is in this game, that ain't it. That's not why Tyson Fury lost. But then now when someone brought up race and said, don't dare talk about black people as it pertains to race in this sport, Jack Johnson, Muhammad Ali, he said, man, that was a long time ago. So which one is it? There's a lot of racism in the game, as you said in one of your tweets, or, hey, that was a long time ago. Bro, he's all over the place. He says there's a lot of racism in the game in one tweet, and then this is other tweet. Bro, this sounds like foolish buck dancing. He says, okay, so someone says you are a coon. You on the front line of what? You picked your size, stay over there. You know damn well that glove looked crazy. You can't be that damn punch drunk. And then he says they, whoever they is, black people, I guess, they so mad I picked a side. They are no racial sides in boxing, man. We've come a long way since Joe Louis versus Schmeling days. He just said there are no racial sides in boxing. We've come a long way. But then his other tweet says, as much racism as there is. Look, I'm showing you guys. Bro, get this man out of here. He just said that was a long time ago when the guy brought up Muhammad Ali and Jack Johnson racism. He said that was a long time ago. And he just says, they so mad I picked a side. There are no racial sides in boxing, man. We've come a long way since the racism in Joe Louis versus Max Schmeling. Okay, so that's what he said. We've come a long way and there are no racial sides in boxing. But then he says as much, let me find this dumb tweet. See, he's retweeting all this shit. I don't even know if he's even believing this stuff he's saying, but it sounds crazy. I'm going to find it. Like DJ Khaled said, congratulations. You played yourself. Man, take this shit down. I got to find it. See, this, like I said, my job's always going to be harder because I have to prove what I said. Look, look at what he's saying, bro. And they wonder why people are saying that. He said, nothing about that statement is false. Had the roles been reversed, people would be defending Deontay Wilder, saying it's bullshit. How do you know that? See, bro, I can't deal with old media anymore. You need better representatives. Bro, how do you, why, okay. Why does old media insist on telling you, okay, so we're talking about Tyson Fury's glove bending back. You're saying a whole lot of nothing and not explain to us how his glove is bending at a 90-degree angle. So that's one thing that you have to keep in the back of your mind through all these distractions. So you look foolish for that. The easiest thing, fuck all this other Jack Johnson and different talk. Tell us how his glove is doing that, since you worship him and believe this, right? So that's one issue. Keep that in your little memory bank, in your mental Rolodex. You still haven't explained the glove and why the pig farmer is saying this shit about him, right? So that's one issue. Two, he's contradicting himself. He's making it like, oh, there's no racism in boxing. There are no racial sides. Man, that was a long time ago. Them Jack Johnson, and them other Negros, that was a long time ago that stuff happened. And he's making it like this is totally resolved and it doesn't go on anymore, which we know is bullshit, right? And now he's saying This is what old media always does. These are the old media for dummies. Now he's saying, bro, I would literally hate to be on old media because the people you have representing y'all make y'all look so horrible. And I know that can't be said for new media. The people that represent new media never have us looking crazy like this. Just food for thought. But these arguments, straw man arguments, are horrible. Why does old media insist on telling us how we would feel instead of actually talking about directly what's in front of us, like why his glove's bending and why the pig farmer is saying this stuff? They make hypothetical what if scenarios that haven't happened, and they say, hey, if Deontay Wilder was accused of Glovegate, then everybody would be protecting Wilder. You don't know that because Wilder is not dab smack in the middle of Glovegate, and nobody has produced videos about Wilder's gloves bending and looking like that wraps coming out the bottom and stuff. So how are you going to tell us how it would be in an imaginary situation, a fictitious make-believe situation that you've made up in your mind that isn't the actual reality? And instead of that, instead of having to make up anything, why not address the actual realities? The screen caps, the picture, the fact that his glove is bending back. Why won't you just do that instead? Talk about Danny. Talk about what's actually around. Talk about what we're talking about. They're talking about, oh, if this was Wilder, this is what they always do. Pacquiao makes an excuse with his shoulder, and then I say my opinion on it. And then they'll be like, oh, but if Mayweather didn't bitch and complain about his shoulder. So what are we talking about? Pacquiao, it's up to my shoulder, ocean, my salt water. Hey, if Floyd says salt water, you would do. How you know how I'll do in an imaginary situation that isn't clearly the case? Strike. These motherfuckers be striking out vicious, fucking around with the fuck around. So he says, had the roles been reversed, which they're not, so this is just dead weight. This is just foolish. You just might as well just edit this shit out. Had the roles been reversed, people would be defending Wilder, saying it's bullshit. But if Wilder was in Glovegate, how do you know how we would react? But he's not in Glovegate, so it's neither here nor there because he's not. That's like saying, oh, if Billy D. Williams was the president and he was doing what Trump was doing, then you motherfuckers would love it. What the fuck are you talking about? Billy D. Williams is not the fucking president of the United States. So why are we talking about some goddamn Colt 45 motherfucking Han Solo Star Wars bullshit, make-believe bullshit that is not actually what's going on? Man, if this president of the United States, if Billy D. Williams was making the same exact decisions, then you guys would love it. Bro, it just sounds like some stupid shit. This is just dead weight, this whole sentence. Oh, if Wilder had failed a drug test 2 times in Glovegate, he didn't. So why are we talking about it? Strike. I'm giving nothing but strikes. Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens. Strikes like a bowling alley. But boxing don't have color lines. Bro, get this man out of here. I hope he's retired, bro. I'm not watching his bare knuckle fight unless it's highlights of him losing, bro. I can't respect this. Boxing don't have no color lines. Y'all make it about that. I don't. But he was the one that said black fighters always discredit popular white guys, popular white fighters. But he don't make it about, bro, this man, I don't know if he's bipolar or what, but it's looking real bad. I don't know if he has CTE, but it's looking real bad. But boxing don't have color lines. All right, then why are people calling people the N-word? Because they disagree with you. That shouldn't exist. Even if you don't believe in Glovegate, you think Tyson Fury won fair and square. Why has someone got to be an N-word? Man, get this man out of here, bro. Destroying him. But boxing don't have color lines. Y'all make it about that. Once again, coon of the century. I can't even beat around the bush, bro. This is just straight up cooning. Y'all make it about that. I don't. I grew up fighting Mexicans, blacks, and whites, people from everywhere. Nobody gives a fuck. Just like your career, nobody gives a fuck. What are you talking about? He keeps saying that people are making it about race, and he keep bringing up Mexicans, blacks, and whites, and black fighters, and black fans do this, and hey, don't talk to me because you're Jewish. Like, bro, what are you talking? What is this man on, bro? For real. I mean, come on, bro. This shit is too easy. And I don't care if you send him this. Bro, I need to know, like, what you talking about, bro. This sound like some Samuel Jackson Django shit all the way. And he keep, like, thinking he's innocent. Oh, I'm not making it about race. You guys are. But you keep saying, man, whatever, bro. This just looks bad. It looks like schizophrenic almost. You know? And he was like, oh, that's a long time ago and all this stuff. Whatever. Where's that tweet? I know he said it. Then he started accusing Muhammad Ali of cheating, being facetious, saying Muhammad Ali's glove did it. Sad, bro. Yeah, but anyway, he said, man, where's this? Oh my gosh. He put a lot of gibberish, so it's hard to, I don't even know where this shit is at. I should have really just screenshotted all this. I should have screenshotted all this, so I just had it ready for y'all. But I know he said it. He's spewing a lot of rubbish, so it's like, I got to find it. And he's like paying homage to Roger Mayweather, and he's retweeting a bunch of bogus stuff. So I'm trying to find it. But I read it. I just read it to you. You guys can hit rewind or whatever. He talking about boxing don't have color lines. What? All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time looking for this. I read it. If you guys don't remember, I don't know what to tell you. Hold on. I think I have one more way. Hold on. I'm gonna try to search it like this. Fuck it. I'm done. I ain't even gonna look for this shit anymore. It's a waste of my time. But anyway, he said it. You go watch the story back. But anyway, he said boxing doesn't have color lines. LJ, why you try to play it like that? She said, "Who is Ishe?" Why you do that to him, bro? He's. I don't know if he's just scoring with boxing or something. Mad his career ended on a loss. I don't know, bro. But that what he's saying sounds crazy. It just sounds crazy. He says there's no color in boxing, no racial. Yeah, in a perfect world, that's how it's supposed to be. But we don't live in a perfect world. In fact, we have a vicious virus that's keeping places locked down and keeping people quarantined and home. So, like I said, it don't make sense for you to not accept the realities of the life and the world we live in and live in this fairy tale land. Yeah, I agree that it shouldn't be about race and it shouldn't be about, this and that. But that doesn't change the reality of what it actually is. You see what I'm saying? Like, there are people. Okay, put it this way. He said there are no color lines. Then why do people get called the NI word? Explain that to me. How does someone get called the NI word for speaking their mind and believing Fury is guilty? Explain how that would happen if race doesn't matter and all this weird shit he's saying. And see, the thing is, why do coons have a hard time with the coon label? Like, they really, it's like, I don't know if it's like a mental, somebody should do some CTE research or some kind of research. It's like a complex or something. It's like people, they do it, but then they don't realize they doing it. It's like a habitual liar or something. You know? It's like they don't know they're doing it or realize it should really be investigated, bro. Because I noticed that there's people who they'll get angry. They'll get angry that people are saying you a sellout and coon and shit like that. But look at what you're saying. You're saying some really off the wall stuff. You're saying off the wall stuff. Bro, ain't nobody is just stop. Just stop. He said black fighters always. So he didn't say like black fighters sometimes, bro. He said black fighters always find a way to discredit popular white fighters. What? Who did this? How? Okay, I put this on anything. Anything I say, if I said it, I meant it. I can give you an example right off the spot. Why? How come you can't tell me an example of what black fighter gave a popular white fighter no credit? And you know it's really the opposite when it comes to that. So I don't even understand why he's playing that game. Bro, they say listen, they say the Charlos suck, both of them. They said Wilder sucked even when he was winning. They said Errol Spence, he ain't really beat no one. Terrence Crawford ain't beat no one. Devin Haney, he got his belt in the mail. He ain't fought no one. Bro, stop it. You know how they treat black fighters. And you doing all this to defend a fucking gypsy with all this sketch ass background and shit. It's sad, bro. It's really sad. And once again, I'm telling you all the patterns that I can. Everybody that is co-signing him, nobody looks like him. Like almost nobody. And especially like from America and the whole nine. So every single person he's retweeting a bunch of like people that none of them look like him. And they're like, yeah, man, you're doing it. Good job, bro. Why do black people care so much about the validation from everybody else? But it's like you want a compliment from anybody else that's non-black. Like if someone black said, oh, you're attractive, you feel like that don't mean shit. But if a white person tells you you're attractive, then you're like, oh, I am? Me? You know, a Mexican person tells you you're attractive, you're like, but me? I'm attractive? That's weird to me. That's weird. As opposed to just no matter who says you're attractive or gives you a compliment, you enjoy it and embrace it. That, man, I can't wait. I can't wait for the rest of this year, bro. It's like a real self-hatred thing. You know, you got people who really like they don't know. It's like that slave mentality or something. It's sad, bro. They should study people that do that because I don't know what my people have been through. Well, I know what they've been through, but it's clearly everlasting for some people, bro. He retweeting all the people, and see, this is the thing, bro. Y'all gotta stop with the butter biscuit shit. Who keeps saying that, bro? He said he only liked butter biscuit, bro. It's real weird that I don't seek validation from nobody. I know I'm the man. I don't need that. I don't need nobody to tell me that. Billy the Kid, block him. Yeah, I'm the real Billy the Kid. My shooter's going Billy the Kid your shit. Emilio Estevez, Young Guns. We going Young Guns your shit. Once again, this is old media speaking. He said, why the fuck are you turning this into a race war? So I'm doing it. So Ishe fucking Django Smith can say that black fight. See, you see, this is what they always try to do, bro. And bro, I'm destroying old media. That's all you need to know. So okay, let me get this straight. They say that I only like black people and only like black fighters. That's one argument that I've heard from some people. Oh, you only care about black fighters. You're racist and you hate everyone. So why am I giving my honest commentary, which is brutally honest, to a black fighter in Ishe Smith? tell me the Mexican channel. Well, let's talk about it, bro. I'm gonna make all you motherfuckers uncomfortable. So tell me the popular Mexican channel that's going against Canelo and saying, hey, Canelo, enough is enough. Why you keep wanting to fight Golovkin? When you gonna fight Charlo? When you gonna fight Andre? Or do they stay on code more often than not? Tell me the Argentina channel that said that Maidana lost to Floyd, which he really did, and he got his ass beat in the second fight. But then when it comes to black people, they say, "Oh, you're so biased," or you suck, and they turn into homoerotic fantasies and say you sucking so and so Charlo dick and Wilder, you riding him and shit. Bro, I know all the tricks. But then when it's projection, and you got to be a strong individual to look past it. See, that shit, I'm bulletproof with that. Like, when you tell me shit like that, it just in one ear out the other, because I know what I am, and I know who I am, and I know my heart, and I know what I bring to the game. So you can't affect me with those silly notion. Oh, you're making this about a race war. I didn't make it about shit. Tell me the Russian channel that's going against Povetkin when he fell in the drug test. I'm just telling you the facts. Tell me the UK channel that's going against Anthony Joshua and Dillian White when they do sucker shit. That's going against Tyson Fury and saying, hey, investigate. But then they say, oh, black people, the black channels, they only like black fighters. But then black fighters going in on Ishe Smith. I mean, black channels and shit be going in on Ishe Smith. Black channels be holding everybody to a standard by and large. Like Keith Thurman when he didn't want to fight Errol Spence. Anthony Joshua when he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder. Dillian White when he say ludicrous shit to Wilder. So you tell me who's really biased. Name the Mexican fight, the Mexican channel that all their top fighters is black or non-Mexican. Okay. Just what I expected. Silence. Shut the fuck up. This is what they try to scare you and knock you off your pitch. I don't scare easy. That little bullshit. Oh, you're making this into a race war. Well, it's going to be what it's going to be, because I'm going to get my thoughts out. If that's what you feel, then that's what you feel. I didn't make it about shit. I didn't create this. That's like blaming me for the coronavirus. I didn't start that. I'm not no fucking bat and all this other shit. The vampire stream. But this is what they try to do. They want you to, Tyson Fury's being investigated by UCAD now. That's what they didn't want. That's why they say, oh, stop making videos. Another Fury video. Yep. I'm going to keep talking about it to my little heart's content. You worry about you. Worry about what the fuck weak-ass content you put on your channel. Don't worry about me. I'm grown. I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Capiche? Thank you. You motherfuckers didn't make me start a channel, so why you think you going to control? I'm all up for suggestions and shit, but you ain't going to tell me. Sometimes, as a man, you got to get certain things off your chest. It's like you can't tell me who to be with, like what woman to be with. If I want to be with LJ, let me be with LJ. You see what I'm saying? You ain't going to tell me what to do. So if you can't tell me who to have relations with, then you ain't going to tell me what to make as far as content. And if you don't like that, scram. You can skedaddle. Ego has mixed himself. So how could he make this into a race war? Is he going to war with himself? Hey, you a fool. Bro, they don't care about shit like that. They just say stupid shit. What's up, LJ, baby? Come to Death Row. We're going to start printing our own money. So, yeah, man, I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. If this channel's not for you, then it's not for you. I don't care. That's not going to make me stop making videos, So I disagree with everything Ishe Smith tweeted. I disagree with it. So if he said good morning, I disagree with it. I don't care. Everything I read, I disagree with it. That's my personal opinion. He got his opinion. I got mine. I'm just telling you. I'm not disrespecting him as a man. I'm just telling you what it is. I don't respect what he's saying. I don't respect how he's getting down. To me, he's cooning, and now he's receiving the backlash of it, and he's just sounding like old media. He's not explaining the shit. Like, fuck all this other extra talk and showing Muhammad Ali pictures. Why the fuck is Tyson Fury got a flubber ass Gumby glove. That's it. See, once again, old media, I think they think they're smarter than me. I don't know, but that's not the case. And it ain't never going to be the case. We educate ourselves, we read, we're fair, these types of things. So with that being said, they try to get you distracted off of the actual subject at hand. No. We're always going to revert it back to what this is about. They're trying to talk about, oh, black fighters do this to white fighters. You can't provide no examples, so I reject your deposit. Name the black fighters, the slew of black fighters. He said, bro, his statement, a black fighter himself, statement was black fighters always find a way to discredit a popular white fighter. But you can't tell me no examples of this. This Fury Wilder shit, Wilder hasn't even said nothing. So give me an example of this. Seeing how Wilder, the fighter, hasn't even commented on this shit yet. I haven't even heard from Wilder. I ain't seen Wilder. Bro, he fucking telly in a telly. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And old media knows this because they've said this to me. They say, hey, you keep making Fury videos, but how come Wilder hasn't spoke on it? So you guys are trapped. You see? Block Daniel Mitchell. We don't give a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about you. Ain't nobody did that. You coming on here. Bro, some comment, YouTube does that. YouTube does that. Look, your thing is right here. So don't come in here with that. Talking about moderate. Don't blame my shooters for that. YouTube, see, now you block. Now I'm just talking to dead air because my shooters had to clap you. Man, whatever. Big said he responded to my tweet, then blocked me. Man, it's getting ugly out there in these streets for old media. It really is. Because you notice they always try to distract from the thing. This is not about black person versus a white person particularly. Like to the point where you can say what Ishe Smith is saying. We know there's racism in boxing. We know that. Even though he's trying to denounce and act like that doesn't exist, we know you're lying. But there's nobody white that I have seen. Like, okay, Jeff Horn. Let's say he beat. I don't even want to do Bud like that because he can't beat Bud. I don't know. Let's just say Jeff Horn beat, instead of Pacquiao, let's say he beat some black dude. Then he beat him. Ain't nobody, like, why do people feel that blacks are so scorned? Because so listen to this. Out of all the talented black fighters that are in this sport of boxing, don't you think that the black delegation can afford to lose somebody or have someone take one L? You see what I'm saying? So I don't understand this concept that black fans and black fight fans, not the channel, but shout out to him, black fight fan, but not black fight fan. Why do they feel that this is like a narrative that black fight fans would be so upset and they can't stomach the idea of Wilder losing? And if you think about it, most, I can't speak for every black person, but most black channels that I've seen, and I don't watch all of them, knew Wilder's strengths and weaknesses anyway. Nobody that I seen said he boxes like Pernell Whitaker. You see what I'm saying? So the theory that he could lose at some point, especially since he had come from behind knockouts and fights where he was getting outboxed or, even rounds, I don't think anyone would be surprised that it's a possibility. You see what I'm saying? I don't think anyone would be surprised by that. So I don't understand why I do understand because they're trying to distract you. I don't understand why they're saying like the narrative that they're trying to push is the fact that, you just can't stomach the fact that Wilder lost. Bro, there's been several black fighters that have lost to non-black fighters in history. Meldrick Taylor to Chavez, Jermaine Taylor to Carl Froch, Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones to Joe Calzaghe, right? Joe Smith Jr. just beat up on Jesse Hart. This has happened before. Joe Smith Jr. knocked Bernard Hopkins out the motherfucking ring. Kovalev almost melted Bernard Hopkins. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because Bernard Hopkins said, I'll never lose to a white boy, and lost to all white boys. He lost to, not all, but he lost to Joe Smith Jr., got knocked out the fucking Galaxy. He lost to Kovalev. He lost to Kawasaki. So he said, I'll never lose to a white boy. He lost to a couple of white boys. So nobody cares about that. Yeah, Gary Russell lost to Loma. Nobody accused Loma of loading gloves or tampering. So come on, bro. That's like the weakest argument. And beyond that, look at the quantity and quality of dope black fighters that there are anyway. This is not like a scarcity where if blacks get a fighter knocked off the list, then the whole black delegation crumbles because there's no one else. Like, for every Wilder, you have a Devin Haney. You have a Shakur Stevenson. You have a Errol Spence. You have a Terrence Bud Crawford. You got Joshua. You got Daniel Dubois. So why would black people be worried, so to speak, when a black fighter loses, when it looks like there's a lot of black beasts? And I ain't talking about Derek Johnson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so why? I don't understand. The only time where I would understand it is if it was a rarity that a black fighter had made it to the top of the division. You see what I'm saying? Because then I can understand, like, damn, that's the only guy we got. That's the only representation we have. You see what I'm saying? Block Grassy, no. We blocked you before. We gonna block you again. You see what I'm saying? So that doesn't make sense. The only time, like, okay, for example, we're going through the wrong. I'm the king of analogies. Y'all just, oh yeah, the Charlo, shout out to them. Yeah, Lions only. Keep running your mouth, keep running. I like them. But anyway, F.A. Jogba, you know, come on, bro. So my thing is this. I'm the king of analogies. Watch how I do this. Y'all got to get these fucking likes up. Stop playing with me. We're going through the coronavirus. People are panicking, which is wrong. And, you know, I'll save that for later. But stop panicking. People are stockpiling and hoarding and buying up all the supplies and, you know, creating scarcities and creating, making certain products scarce, like toilet paper, paper towels, you know, soaps and Lysols and antibacterial, like, sanitizers and stuff, right? So they're creating a frenzy and a stampede, and all these supplies are getting gobbled up and stockpiled, right? So with that being said, it is created, they can't, like, the manufacturers, no one knew this corona shit would just come and everything would be locked down. So the supply and demand, the demand has now gotten greater than the supply. I read a thing in the paper, I read, you know, that people are traveling to Mexico, they're going to Mexico to get toilet paper. You know, and I'm presuming there are people from like San Diego, LA, because Mexico, you know, Arizona, Texas, basically the places that border, you know, that border Mexico. So that being said, these items are now becoming, because they can't keep up with the supply and demand, because this just happened randomly and everyone panicked, and you see it and the fear mongering and stuff. So now people are running out of toilet paper at stores and haven't been replenished, and, you know, these types of things. So now if you can get your hands on, you know, a 24 pack of toilet paper at Kirkland, Costco, you know, then you're going to go after that because it's rare. It's like, it's a commodity right now, right? So if this was any other time throughout the year where Costco has 5 and 6 pallets at all times full of 24, 36 roll toilet paper in the Kirkland brand, Charmin, et cetera, then guess what? You're not really worried about going to Costco. If it's Monday and you feel tired, you say, I don't give a fuck. I'll go tomorrow and pick up the toilet paper. I'm tired. But now if you hear Costco got a brand new shipment of toilet paper, since it's a rarity or scarce because they can't match the supply and demand, you might run out to Costco because it's harder to get your hands on that. And you want to be, you know, you want to be the consumer that gets your hands on some paper towel when they replenish, right? Capiche? So black fighters in the sport of boxing that are good This is not far and few in between. This is like Costco year round when we don't have a fucking pandemic. There's always good fighters in every big relevant division that happen to be black or Mexican. So since this is not something that's a commodity, then Mexican fight fans and black fight fans don't really have to panic if one Mexican fighter or one black fighter were to lose. You see what I'm saying? The only time you would need to panic if your people get knocked off. Get it? So I just kicked the actual facts, and I even related it to the corona shit. Bars. So I don't understand this notion that black fight the fans of black fighters or whatever, black people, are so shook that Wilder lost because he lost, bro. He's one person out of all the dope black fighters. Look at the heavyweight division. F.A. Jogba's still undefeated in Raw. Joshua just got his belts back. Daniel Dubois, Joe Joy, like Tony Yoka's undefeated. So what are you talking about? Why would black people have to fear and panic because only one person lost? So that sounds dumb to me, because a good black fighter in the sport of boxing is not like rare. It's not like Manny Pacquiao when he came from the Philippines. He was the rawest Filipino. You see what I'm saying? There was no other Filipino that was in boxing at that, at this particular moment, that was doing numbers like Pacquiao and was hard to whoop like Pacquiao, etc. Because this was kind of before Donaire came. So once again, I could understand Pacquiao rising to fame because he was their representation. He was the guy that had the Philippines and he put it on his back because Donaire hadn't come yet. And you had, a couple people through history and shit, but it wasn't the same. But throughout boxing history, the black fighter has been relevant since boxing. Jack Johnson. I mean, let's look at the heavyweight division. So you mean to tell me people are shook about Wilder losing? How many heavyweights have been dope that were black? Majority of them were black. Jack Johnson. Tell me, somebody say win. Somebody say win. I'm going to destroy y'all each and every time. I'll do it off the top of my head. Bro, I'm catching the vicious body. I told you, y'all, this quarantine, I'm not saying I like it. I don't like it, not being able to go out and shit like that. I don't like that, but it provides a level of clarity. My mind is very clear, it's very clear. Y'all don't want me when I'm this sharp. I promise you that. Y'all don't want me when I'm this sharp. So, heavyweight relevant black guys through boxing history. All right, Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, Jack Johnson, George Foreman, Larry Holmes, Ernie Schaefer's, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, Joe Joyce, Tony Yoka, Daniel Dubois, Dillian White, Joe Louis, right? Ray Mercer, Lennox Lewis, dope fighter. I don't know if I said Larry Holmes. I know I said Ernie Schaefer, Sonny Liston, Ken Norton, Floyd Patterson. Bro, that's hella right there. Walcott. So this is not new. Riddick Bowe, Buster Douglas. Who else was raw? Leon Spinks, Michael Spinks, Razor Ruddock. Yeah, this man has no class. He has no class. You should come kiss me with them pretty big lips. Dude that knocked out Lewis, Hasim Rahman, my dude. Roy Jones got a title beating John Ruiz up there. So why would blacks have to panic off of Wilder losing? It's one person. It's one person in through history. You got Big Baby Miller, Dominic Brazil. Like, what are we talking about, bro? So obviously, people complaining about Tyson Fury is beyond the fact that one black person fucking lost. You see what I'm saying? It's something deeper. People want a clean sport. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? He said Tony Tucker. Bro, we could do this all day. That's what I'm saying. You fucking Antonio Tarver went up there. Latif Coyote, motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what are we talking about? You know, Efe Ajagba. So they're trying to distract you with that. Oh, blacks are crying because they so hurt. Bro, blacks have been in the heavyweight division throughout the heavyweight division. And there's been more. Okay, now tell me all the white dudes that was heavyweight that was raw. Yeah, Shannon, let's go, champ. That was raw. White guys that were raw in the heavyweight division. I bet you can't come up with no list like I just did. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano, the Klitschko, you know. So what are we talking about? Distractions. They here to distract you. You know who's raw, underrated and raw. Oh yeah, I forgot about Frank Bruno. But you know who's underrated and raw? No, y'all ain't on the boxing shit. See, you gotta see this YouTube. I don't really think that a lot of people like the new class. Oh yeah, James Toney fought at heavyweight, but I don't think some of the new class is really versed with boxing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are versed more with like the modern boxing. You know what I'm saying? They're not versed with true boxing. Like they can't tell you no facts, shit like that. But anyway, you know who's raw? For all the newbies who don't really know their history, somebody who was raw as fuck, James Smith. He went by the name of Bone Crusher. So James Bone Crusher Smith, raw. Fucked up Frank Bruno, fought Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson was like, that's a great fight. That's a great, y'all. If y'all need to do your research in heavyweight boxing, watch Mike Tyson versus Bone Crusher Smith, because this is when Tyson knocking everybody the fuck out. Bone Crusher Smith was durable than a motherfucker, bro, and he had this receding hairline and shit, and he was like cut up. He looked like an OG, bro. I don't know if he was a Crip or some shit, but that motherfucker looked like an OG Crip. Like he went to school with Tukey Williams or something. He was just swole and athletic, and he was really out there was chunking him with a James Amos hairline. That motherfucker had the blade hairline. His shit went all the way back, and he was raw. And Mike Tyson, he was knocking people out and stuff. Mike Tyson kind of, I think, underestimated him, because there was a part in the fight where, see, y'all got to know your boxing. James Bone Crusher Smith hit Mike Tyson, and he looked like he got staggered from it. He like went back and shit. You see what I'm saying? And this when Mike Tyson was like focused Mike Tyson. So that's a great fight to go back and watch. Nah, his hairline was different. I mean, I'll pull up a picture. Hold on. His shit was pushed back, bro. No, it's not LeBron. No, his shit was like pushed the fuck back. His shit was like Black Adam. You know, that's fucked up. I don't know if y'all ever seen Black Adam, the DC comic. Nah, his shit was really pushed back though. But he was raw as fuck. See, y'all don't know your history. It's okay. That's why y'all come to me. Okay. See, his shit was pushed. Look, bro, his shit was pushed back. Landing strip looking at, bro. See, his shit was pushed back. That motherfucker had the letter E on his shit. He was raw though. I fuck with James Smith. He could really chunk him. And he could take a punch too. He's I don't know. I don't know if he in the Hall of Fame. He need to be, bro. I wish I could see, my channel would be crazy if I could actually show y'all fights and shit, but I ain't doing that for copyright reasons. Bro, look at his shit was pushed back. Frank Bruno got dealt with, bro. It was a good fight. Bruno was, cut up and shit. See, y'all got to learn your boxing history. See, his shit was pushed back. Frank Bruno, bro, just go watch this. Watch my dude Bone Crusher Smith. You can see it's all bad. This motherfucker had him on the ropes, and he was like knocked the fuck out. Shout out to my dude Bone Crusher. I ain't never scared. Bro, he fucked Frank Bruno shit up, and it was a competitive fight. See, that's when people was hogs back then, going 15 rounds and all that. He said he got that Flow Rider hairline. You going to hell, bro. Okay, you doing too much. Somebody said his hair was the Wu-Tang logo. I'm done. Somebody said the Wu logo. Nah, but I wouldn't say that to him. He motherfucker could scrap. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Y'all got to study this game. Y'all got to watch the classics like that. It's on YouTube, I'm sure. He said looking like the bat signal. Hey, I told you his shit was pushed back. That motherfucker had that Moonroof Malone. That shit was pushed back, but he could scrap. Yeah, man. But anyway, so yeah, a lot of people trying to distract the Tyson Fury shit and talk about, oh yeah, you blacks are just crying because of black. Bro, black fighters have lost before. That ain't nothing new. It's not going to change. You know, black fighters sometimes lose. Cool. So it's deeper than that. Motherfuckers want a fair sport, a fair fight. Period. But they trying to distract and have you focus on all this dumb shit so you don't get to the bottom. Once again, Ishe Django Smith still has not, or nobody else from old media has declared how the fuck Tyson Fury's glove bent back to an uncomfortable proportion and his shit looking like this. You remember when Mike Epps did the chicken wing and he said, you ever meet a motherfucker at the club? He got the chicken wing from the... Bro, you didn't explain how Tyson Fury at 6'9" is bending his shit like Beckham and then it launches forward like a catapult. Like he got 2 fucking bags full of 9-volt batteries in it. It just looked crazy. Nobody's explained why the fuck is Wilder's face welted. Bro, Wilder in the second fight, his face looked welted. It didn't even look like standard, like he had cuts in his ear or a cut in his ear, and his shit looked just lumped. Like remember on Full Metal Jacket when they had the pillowcase and they filled up with bars of soap and they started beating up that dude Joker? He offed himself in the movie. That's what it looked like. Like you just got like lumped up. That needs to be investigated, bro. That need to be investigated, bro. Because Wilder's face didn't even look like the injuries sustained were even. And see, even it didn't look like, it looked like I said, it looked like someone had a pillowcase with bars of soap or, a bag full with batteries or something shit and slung it at you and like hit you with something. Because it was just like the temple and shit was like just bubbled over. And Tyson Fury, like, see, you guys got to look at the simple stuff. You can say it's circumstantial evidence or whatever, but how the fuck was he hitting Otto Vailin, who was inexperienced and smaller than Deontay Wilder? And he's inexperienced at the higher level of fighting, and he had never been in the 12th round, I don't think. Only fought in America one time, and it was like a no contest. And he was leaning on him, grinding on him, fighting hard, and Tyson Fury ass almost got stopped in the 12th round. And he was throwing with all his might, full force, and the dude didn't go nowhere. Never even got knocked down. But then the way he's swinging with this weird shit, like, bro, he's doing some gypsy shit. I'm telling you. He's swinging like a bat or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's purposely, I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he's not throwing regular punches because it didn't even look like the injuries sustained from regular punches. Canelo per capita is a sharper puncher than Tyson Fury. And you notice that people, they go to the ground or they just get knocked the fuck out by Canelo when he hurts you. Like Khan, Liam Smith, Rocky Fielding. Bro, Canelo is, I love the way Canelo fights. Canelo's just, like he's just sharp and this shit look like it hurt. He can scrap. That's just what it is. Canelo just, and then the guy feel it in his body and just drop. Tyson Fury ain't even a sharp puncher like that. And he ain't doing that, bro. He didn't knock Derek Chisora out like that. All of a sudden, you just busting niggas' ass. All right. After Wilder called you a pillow fist. So what would make someone call you a pillow fisted, and then you come back and all of a sudden you just hitting like He-Man? Man, come on, bro. Just like Pacquiao moving up 8 weight divisions. Come on, bro. That shit got to make you raise an eyebrow. On top of the other seedy behavior and skittish weird shit that he got going on. Pig Farmer, Testimony, and Nandrolone. Come on, bro. And the WBC talking about, oh, yeah, that's our guy. All right. I got a video coming for that. Bro, we ain't taking no prisoners, bro. We got to talk about everything. Speaking of WBC, when they going to give Franchon Cruz Dezern her belt back? WBO did. The WBO and the WBC belt was won by Robert Downey Jr., Jimenez, when they fought. She failed a drug test. She requested her B sample be open, failed the B sample, and she was supposed to provide some type of plausible, if any, excuse as to why she had this in her system, like kind of an appeal, and she failed. So the WBO said, Yank, get over here. Took that WBO belt. Now the pressure's on the WBC. Bro, we ain't taking no prisoners. We ain't taking no prisoners. Fair is fair. Why is the WBC dragging their feet? Let it be a Mexican fighter. Let it be a Mexican fighter. Bet you they had a belt back. What you think? What do y'all think? If a Mexican fighter fought a black fighter, the black fighter failed their A and B sample, do you think they would have their belt resolved by now? So shout out to the WBO. They did what was right. Yanked that shit back. This motherfucker, deep voice ass motherfucker, cheated, and we still ain't heard no announcement. And everybody quarantined. How long it take? That fight was on the Spike O'Sullivan, Jaime Munguia card. So that was some time ago. Because we've seen several fights since. So how long is it going to take for the WBC to get this girl her belt back? The WBO just did it. Why they got to be first? Why can't the WBC? Everyone's quarantined. What is there to investigate? Bro, this shit is, bro. The full court press is on. Tyson Fury got accused of this bullshit from the pig farmer, and within a day, the WBC is doing interviews, Mauricio Suleiman, and he's saying, oh, why should we trust him now? He's a liar. We back Tyson Fury. We're proud of him. And they totally had his back wearing Tyson Fury hats and all types of shit. So allegations, only white people does this ever happen. Non-black people or white people, this is the only time this happens, where you get accused of something heinous and then people still have your back until the, very end. They have your back, not like people who aren't even from your same like race or denomination or ethnicity. You see what I'm saying? So Mauricio Suleiman is Mexican. Tyson Fury is gypsy, white, Caucasian, British, whatever. And he got accused of some foul shit. And Mauricio Suleiman comes out and said, oh, why should we trust the farm? He just deaded it like he did some investigation. You didn't do no investigation. You didn't know about this. You found out just like the rest of us. But you know that he didn't do anything, and you can quickly come to a conclusion. The WBC, they're making themselves look bad by this favoritism and these inherent biases, and it's better probably, in my opinion, to not have said anything and not you're showing your true colors by picking a side in that given situation. But then when Dillian White failed a drug test, it looked suspect. I talked about it, and the WBC suspended Dillian White's position, said, hey, I don't know, this looks sketch. We got to look into this. And then they later gave him his position back once UCAD dropped the case or whatever. So how come Franchon Cruz Dezern, I repeat, don't have her WBC belt back? This has never been publicized. But within a day's time, after the farmer accuses himself of committing perjury, and he accuses Tyson Fury's team of being complicit to this, the WBC gets on the horn and does an interview trying to publicly back and side with Tyson Fury like they're his lawyer, and saying, "Oh, we're proud." They actually go the other way and say, "We stand by him. We're proud of what he's done and how he's bounced back." That's not a good look, bro. That's not a good look. And once again, you don't really see this with black people. You don't see a black person like OJ get committed of some foul shit, and then white people or non-black people come out that aren't like, working with him or friends or something like that. It's supposed to be neutral people, and they jump and say, "Hey, I'm backing him." And you don't even see this oftentimes with minorities. Like, okay, bro, it's just the WBC is putting them, the last year they have put themselves in some real weird situations, like the franchise champion, like raising the clenbuterol level. The only people, let's be real, the only people that are really have been affected in major cases are Mexican fighters. So you're founded in Mexico, you're Mexican, of Mexican ethnicity, and Canelo failed a drug test. At one point, Francisco Vargas, and you let him fight against Orlando Salido at the StubHub. Eric Morales, and you let him fight against Danny Garcia. Canelo failed a drug test, and then he had a slap on the wrist, 6 months suspension as a multimillionaire, paid no money, right? And Canelo Promotions fighter, Julio Cesar Martinez, Mexican, he fought for a title, after failing for clenbuterol. And then another champion, Ray Vargas. Those are all people that have failed for clenbuterol in the last decade or so. And they're all Mexican. And conveniently, they're allowed to fight light sentences, and or now they've boosted the WBC and WADA or some shit have said, "Hey, it's the meat. You can have more clenbuterol in your system." How is that? Fuck all these motherfuckers in the game that are eating meat and then have an easy scapegoat. Why don't all the fighters that are failing drug tests, why don't they go vegan? Hey, I'm gonna be in Mexico. Let me eat some frijoles and some potatoes. Let me eat pescado. Let's eat some seafood, mariscos. How about that? If the meat supply is that unpredictable in Mexico, why eat red meat? What fighter is even recommended to be eating like large portions of red meat anyway? Usually when you're cutting weight and or an athlete, if you read, people say that you should stay away from red meat or you should use it sparingly. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never known anybody, like, I'm a meat eater, so pause. I like meat, but I'm saying if you're trying to really cut down and get lean or do a bodybuilding contest, there ain't nobody's gonna tell you to eat red meat every day or eat it frequently and say that's the best practice. So why don't fighters that have do it when they get back to San Diego like Canelo? Because he's not, his whole training camp don't always be in Mexico from start to finish, because I see him in his gym. I know what his San Diego gym looks like. Ryan Garcia's always in there. They got the Cobra bags and certain like feng shui and decoration. So I've seen him in training camps. So it just seems like a cop-out. Like I said, imagine, they say black people are so biased and racist and all this stupid shit, right? But imagine there was a black belt, I told you, the Soul Train belt, and there was a certain anabolic steroid or something that helps your respiratory or helps you gain muscle mass or lean out or breathe, have more endurance, more stamina, etc. There was a substance called Nigerol, and then blacks were left and right testing positive for the Nigerol. And then the black company, the Soul Train belt, the Soul Food belt, you know what I mean? They said, hey, we're going to increase the amount of Nigerol you have in your system. Come on, bro. That don't look sketch. Let's just be real with ourselves. Only in boxing do you see this dumb shit. But we talking about everything. Come on. That look bad. Same thing with Canelo being a franchise champion. So you're supposed to fight Charlo. Charlo's on your neck. He's calling you out. And you never made Golovkin fight him. And you never made Canelo fight him. And then when it gets to Canelo particularly, because I think they were trying to pawn Charlo off on Golovkin, but he was like, no smoke. And then Canelo beat Golovkin, so they had no way to protect Canelo to not fight Charlo. And they know his team and him didn't want to fight Charlo. So they concocted, hey, he's such an ambassador for the sport and he's been fighting since he's 15. He shouldn't have mandatories. Oh, so why didn't y'all think about this from the inception of the WBC? Why did you wait for a redheaded motherfucker out of Mexico to have beef with you and then resolve it and then have a mandatory to just fuck around and decide this? Why couldn't you decide it when Canelo was at 54 and Golovkin was at 60? Because you did it to protect Canelo, the witness protection belt. We know. So as I say, when is Franchon DeZorn Cruz gonna get her WBC belt? Why do black issues take so long to resolve, but then non-black issues seemingly are done, like Tyson Fury? Oh, the pig farmer, why should we trust him now? He's a fucking jerk and a liar and senile. You could say that within a day and go to bat for and cape for Tyson Fury. And he just Wilder put in 10 title defenses with your belt, and then Glovegate, let's not even look into that. It's just some angry, salty blacks and people mad. The farmer, yeah, he's not black, but he's an angry Caucasian 70-year-old. Why should I trust him? He's an admitted liar. It's funny how that works, huh? It's kind of funny, isn't it? But then DeZorn Cruz, this shit is like you on a cruise and you're not even looking at her belt, getting her belt back. What is there to even discuss or get in front of a committee? Like, I understand due process and stuff like that, but what due process could she be? And then watch this. I make this video and then she get her belt back soon. You know what I'm saying? Watch how that work. All of a sudden she get her belt back. Bro, what's taking so long? What is there to, okay, right is right. What is there to even debate about? Why would you even need a committee? She failed. Joanna Man failed an A and a B sample, and she ain't told you why she got this weird ass shit, whatever, in her system. She can't explain it. She didn't explain to the WBO. What's the problem? What is the problem? Like, I don't even understand what it's not even, it's like non-negotiable. It's not even debatable. You, sir or ma'am, failed a drug test, A and B sample, and that, on that grounds, you have not successfully and fairly beat your opposition, who was the champion. Give me my belt back. What are we even waiting for? Like, I don't understand. Like, how come the guilty don't have an expedited timeline? Like, hey, you better let us know within a week or two why you got this shit in your system. Why? Like, what are we waiting for? Like, why? Okay, if I get a speeding ticket, they say you got to go to court, bro, I got to go to court with it. Like, I got a letter. I just dealt with the ticket. I got it right here, actually. Look, I just got a ticket right now. For some dumb shit. It wasn't speeding, but I got a ticket, and they said resolve this within 21 days of the postmark of this letter. So whenever we put this in the envelope, not when it came to my place, you have to respond within 21 days. That's what they told me. And if they don't, then there'll be penalties, and they're going, charge. So how much time does old girl get, Jimenez? How much time she get when she's found guilty on both counts and she ain't explained it? What else will we be waiting for? I don't even get it. So I'm looking at, they fought January 11th, and we're in the middle of March, and she failed a drug test pretty soon after. Okay, so January 11th, and that's when they fought, and she won the belt unfairly by cheating. Let me see. Let me put this in perspective. And she felt, like I said, she failed a post-fight drug test, and the early reports that I seen, bro, I'm clapping. Old media, everybody got to get it. Look, they fought January 11th, and then her test came back promptly, and there's articles January 24th confirming that she failed. ESPN, credible source, credible website. Well, not really, but I mean, you guys know what I'm saying. So by January 24th, she failed. She fought January 11th, so within 2 weeks, really like 12, less than 2 weeks, 13 days, a little bit less than 2 weeks, she had failed. Okay, so she checked out her weak-ass A or B sample, and that failed too. So what else needs? How much time you have beyond that, bro? It's St. Patty's Day just happened, so it's March 18th. How much time you need for, like, bro? I just don't get it. And realistically, you shouldn't fail an A or B sample. So how do your due process? How are you going to explain failing 2 different dates on 2 different samples for some shit that really shouldn't be in your system? No way. And I'm not even trying to be rude, but she looked like she was on something. You know what I'm saying? Because their older pictures, her body type transformed and she became hub and swole. So it looks, just from the eye test, it looks like it corresponds with what we've seen. How long does it take to reinstate somebody? Like, that's what I'm not understanding. But then the WBC, like I said, they could come out within 1 day's time of the pig farmer and totally say that Tyson Fury, we stand by him, and make that public statement. Why can't you say we stand by our rightful champion, Dezern Cruz, who's black, and she was robbed? And then, this Robert Downey Jr. looking motherfucker gonna have to explain. Look, motherfucking Iron Man and shit. Man, come on. Man, Robert Downey got to explain this shit. You see what I'm saying? Tony Stark's got to let us know what's popping. You have the burden. At that point, when you fail the drug test, you have the burden of proving. Robert Downey got to prove why the fuck that was in her system. The burden of proof is on you. Look. So that's the glow up. That's the glow up. You went from Joey Fatone from NSYNC looking ass, you know what I'm saying, to this, to Downey. That's the glow up? Okay. So you went from Joey Fatone from NSYNC. Bye, when I give it up. Might sound crazy, but bro, you went from Joey Fatone to Downey? Okay. That's the glow up. You went from this. Okay, you went from Roseanne Barr to Downey. Okay. Roseanne Barr. I got bars like Roseanne, bro. You went, okay, that's the glow up, huh? Bro, you look like you on something. Bro, you look juicy. Hardcore rapper, but juicy looking at. Man, what? What are we waiting for? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what are we waiting for? Like, that was your glow up though? You really downed them? Like, you was really built like Michael Myers and then switched up to Jillian Michaels? For real? So you went from Michael Myers to Jillian Michaels? Oh, okay. Okay. Bro, there's more pictures. We ain't done enough. Hold on. I'm going to show you the real. Look. What are we waiting for, people? And that's what I'm saying. The WBC shouldn't even be in this involved and stuff. Like, it's a respected, coveted belt. But I feel like they've made some questionable decisions, and it's hurting the brand by doing this. Like, okay. So this, you seen how the before pictures, you seen the before pictures. Okay, now this is the glow up. Okay. That's the glow up. Looking like motherfucking Sasha Mitchell from Step by Step. For real. And you failed a drug test. Man, come on. Look at Downey on them weights and kettlebells and shit. What? This is natural? Man, she doing Dwayne The Rock Johnson shit. Motherfucker built like Clay Matthews and shit. For real? You on your Clay Matthews? That's natural? Okay. Motherfucking John Cena body now. Okay. Tell me, have you seen her? Okay. What are we waiting for, people? What are we waiting for? Captain America out the super soldier serum looking at it. When he came out that chamber. He was ready for war and shit. Chris Evans looking motherfucker. So I don't even understand this. But Tyson Fury within one day, he innocent though. Seems legit, huh? Someone said the Adam's apple. I didn't see all that. Y'all tripping. Hey, y'all tripping. Someone said they seen the apple, the big apple. What? Hey, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. And see, the WBC, they pulled a fast one. So people were saying, hey, she on something. That, some people were even saying she was born a different sex and stuff, right? And the WBC, they put this is before the failed drug test came back. WBC posted on their Instagram, hey, you guys, people are being rude and stop talking to our champion like that. And they had this long dissertation protecting Jimenez. And then she failed a drug test. The WBC going to delete the post or hide it. Bro, I think I have it screenshotted. Because I was like, damn, the WBC really going to bat for this chick. Because there were rumors that it was not a female and stuff like that. A fighter said that. A female fighter said, oh, she was born another gender. And, I don't want to get into all of it. But that's what was basically said. And the WBC said there's a lot of allegations and lies being spewed. And it's really disgusting to see. And I looked. I think I got the screenshot of them saying this. And I screenshotted it. And when she failed a drug test, it mysteriously vanished. All that, bro, just like you did this, bro, it's a bad look. Because the Tyson Fury shit, if you get into more shit, that's going to make you look bad. Why would you even take that stance? Why would the WBC, we stand by Tyson Fury 1,000%. Does it look like Tyson Fury is the type of motherfucker you want to stand behind with all this shit going? Glovegate, Farmergate, and Womengate? Bro. But whatever. If that's how they want to do their brand, and then people got mad when PBC said they was gonna do their own belts. I would do the same thing, bro. I would do my own belt. Fuck it, like the UFC, and then you don't have to worry about it. Like the UFC don't have to worry about all this. If Dana White says this person failed a drug test, you getting stripped of the belt, then that's what the decision from up top is. But we got all these sanctioning bodies and everyone has different rules. Like how you win 2 belts on one night and one sanctioning body gave you your belt back yesterday, but the other sanctioning body ain't gave you your belt back. Bro, there's no uniformity. And this is why I love this beautiful sport, but this is why people don't take it all the way serious, because this would never happen in the NBA. If you won a dunk contest or a competitive finals game, or some MVP, and then they found out you was on drugs the whole time, bro, you're not going to keep the MVP trophy. But in boxing, they let you hold on the belt and you ain't got you failed the A and B sample, it should be over. But I need the WBC, to be consistent. When Dillian White failed his drug test, and I'm not caping for Dillian White because he be saying some crazy shit, but he's a black fighter from the UK, and when he got in the hot water and they didn't know everything about it, we just heard that he failed a drug test, they suspended his belt. So why didn't you temporarily suspend Alejandra Jimenez from being champion while you figure it out? And then you seen she failed the B sample. She shouldn't even be able to be listed as a champion during this process. And that girl Franchon Dezern Cruz still ain't got her belt back. She only got one of them back from the WBO. So these are some of the problems in boxing. We're going to continue to address it, I promise you. And they're not going to keep treating black fighters like this. I promise you that too. And I don't care who's mad, because if you're mad, you're part of the problem. There's nothing to be mad at. You should want fairness too. That's what you're about. That's what all these organizations should be about. So if I'm preaching equality for all fighters unilaterally across the board, how can you have a problem with what I'm saying? Unless you're corrupt, unless you're, have a reason where you don't want to be fair to everybody. Because if you want Dezern Cruz to get her belt back, then we on the same page. If you think fair is fair, hey, you failed 2 drug tests, then we on the same page. We on the same team. The only way we not on the same team is if you dirty. Because all we want is, we're truth seekers and we want fairness. Same thing with the Tyson Fury glove. We just saying, investigate this shit. Look at this. Next fight, they're going to fight again. Most likely there's a lot of money at stake. We don't know if anything will happen to Tyson Fury or if anything else comes up. We got to wait and see. But if nothing does, then watch this shit. But if you don't watch it, then you show you don't have our back. You don't have the fans' best interest. You want to make money on the back end. And bro, I'm gonna end on this. This whole coronavirus has showed me something. I have email upon email, and I already knew this, but it put it in a deeper perspective for me. I have so many emails right now from companies whose businesses are hurting. So like Chipotle, DoorDash, Southwest Airline, Delta, because I fly a lot, JetBlue, they are all hitting me up saying, hey, with this COVID-19 and Corona, we're trying to make things happen. Chipotle offered to deliver me food to the house free, using Postmates, and Southwest is offering like one-way tickets for like $30 with no fees, no baggage fees. They're breaking their back because these companies are losing money. Now, this corona shit is nothing anyone could have really controlled, so to speak. It's a virus. It's an influenza. But it's still put in perspective. The people have to quarantine and stay at home and speak with their pocketbooks at a time like this and spend money intelligently and feel scared with this Rona situation. So they don't want to go out and eat. They don't want to be on an airplane, motherfuckers coughing and shit. So it has impacted it has impacted the company's bottom line, and they hurting. Now all of a sudden they want their customer service. We have that same power in boxing. We control the narrative, new media, me and you, Ego's Army. We have that same, just like the Teamsters. We are a large group of people who should, if you fuck with my channel, want the same things. Black, white, Asian, Rican, Mexican fighter, everybody to get fair treatment, equal across the board. So Ishe Smith saying this bullshit, if Wilder was in Glovegate, you guys wouldn't be saying it. You don't know that because Wilder's not involved in Glovegate. Dismissed, right? We should all want the same things to grow this beautiful sport of boxing. I'm telling you, if we start speaking through our pocketbooks, just like people are being forced to do right now with the coronavirus, then these motherfuckers in the sanctioning bodies and Nevada State Athletic Commission, WBCs, and, all of them, they going to understand it. They going to understand our plight. Like Tupac said, we might fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we burn this bitch down, get us pissed to live and die in L.A. So, bro, I'm going to start a fucking revolution in this motherfucker if we don't start seeing change. I'm not even playing because I want my sport to get the same. Like, none of my friends know about boxing like me, and there's a reason for it because boxing be on that bullshit time, you know? Alejandra Jimenez failing all her drug tests, built like Joanna Man and shit, and she still got her belt. And then the black fighter out here, you know, with one belt when she should have two. That should be an instant no contest, move the fuck on. You know? And it's just a lot of games and stuff. There's no uniformity. There's no, like, you know, promoters stalling out fights like Wilder Joshua. They was both undefeated. Now neither one of them are undefeated. Bro, enough is enough. We gonna start getting to like some basic grassroots. And that's why I said ain't nobody can threaten me with nothing because I'm self-made. I'm not breaking any rules set. I'm not using copyrighted content. You know, I'm not excessively cussing. You know, I cuss. You know, sorry, mama. You know, but I'm not breaking any YouTube community guidelines. We got to get this stuff right, bro. That's the only way, guys and girls, this is the only way that our sport will be, you know, next level. I want it to be big fights when everybody fights. Like, if you look at it, some of the UFC numbers be cool. They be doing 1 million, and it'd be like not even just Conor McGregor, you know, or they'll do good pay-per-view numbers, have a good weigh-in, and then you go to a boxing weigh-in, it's supposed to be a big fight, and the shit, you know, don't always have hella people, or the press conference don't have some of the UFC numbers watching, because UFC, at least, they have a core following, and they be religious and hardcore, but boxing along the way, we lose some of these motherfuckers because it's always some bullshit in games. People check out with that type of stuff. UFC is under one umbrella. You know, you don't really expect UFC to fight Bellator guys, but they have a big stable, and you get to see the best fights in the UFC. Let's get it. You know, that's what boxing is. Let's just get the fair rules, fair hand wraps and gloves, no Glovegate. Like, let's take it back to the old school. Fuck. It's like you got a lot of people in suits in the way, and they making money, and they making money off our backs, and they not even really doing what is, you know, right for the fans. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, even Eddie Hearn, I gotta chew him a little bit. Everybody else in the world is canceling their events. Frank Warren canceled the event. This man, Eddie Hearn, still trying to go through with it. So you don't care about the people's safety. You want to have Dillian White funky ass fight with Povetkin so bad on his given date that you don't want to just join the rest of the world and lose the money and just say fuck it and reschedule it. Man, I care. I think my heart's too big. I care too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't always show it, but I care about humanity. Like, you know, and these be the same British teeth motherfuckers that be in my channel, chat shit, get banged. But look at your savior. Eddie Hearn still trying to bring y'all motherfuckers out with this Rona. Y'all gonna fuck around and be looking like 28 days later and shit with this Rona. It's not really worth it. We just gotta beat this shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else had to take the L. Canelo, you know, he got to take the L and push his shit back. Daniel Dubois, Frank Warren. I mean, the fans taking the L. Eddie Hearn still trying to, we're going to keep the dates. Bro, just cancel everything, bro. And it's an unfortunate time. Nobody wants to. You're going to lose money. It is what it is. Yeah, to me, that, I don't know. I can't, that's just too greedy. So everybody in America, UFC, you know, they having to cancel most of their events and shit like that. PBC had to cancel all their events, Top Rank. And then Eddie Hearn sitting up here, Frank Warren canceled his shit. Eddie Hearn's up here still trying to make, and it's not even that type of fight, bro. I wish I would potentially catch the fucking Rona for some Dillian White versus Povetkin bullshit. Shit. I mean, if they're going to air it, I'll watch it because I'll watch it from the comfort of my home. I am not going to risk my health for a fight like that. Motherfucker be in a deathbed. Oh, but at least I got to see that Povetkin versus White. Hell no. And you motherfucker, you be sitting in seat 23L with the fucking outbreak monkey and shit. Motherfucker coughing and shit. Cough on your popcorn. Hell no. Cancel this shit. Like Nino Brown said, cancel that bitch. I'll buy another one. Bro, you got to Nino Brown that. Do what's right. And nobody wants it. I don't want it because it's, that's less stuff for me to talk about. And boxing is entertainment, but bro, money ain't everything. It really ain't. Sometimes you got to do right by people. That's my time. We gonna clean up this sport. Like I've been saying, Death Row East. Believe in it. LJ, baby, what's up? I see you. Come to Death Row. We're going to start printing our own money. West Side. Hope you guys enjoy. I got new videos and content. Use the ESPN Plus link. We working. And Ishe Smith, you know you wrong.